up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. It is Friday, April 25th. The Nerf Elite line is considered as the greatest Nerf series to ever come in the Nerf hobby, and I definitely agree with that. The Nerf Elite line has so many amazing, iconic blasters. 2018 and post up from that, it just went downhill. A lot of their blasters just got worse. They did have some really cool ideas like the Infamous and the Trilogy, but there was not really a whole lot of good ones. The Ruckus was a major disappointment, but today we are going to be taking a look at one of the first. And this blaster came out the second year Nerf Elite debuted, and that is 2013. And today we are going to be taking a look at the ever-lovable Nerf Elite Rapidstrike. This came out basically the same year the Strife came out. 2013 was one of Nerf's best years, and this is one of their blasters they launched. And holy crap, I have a lot to say about the Rapidstrike. Don't worry, this is not going to be like a 29-minute review or something like that. I'm trying to make my reviews shorter. First off, starting off with the ergonomics of the Rapidstrike. This grip is absolutely amazing. I think it might be a little bit too small, but it is the standard Elite style grip, and it is so good. This is one of the best grips I have ever got my hands on. It is just super nice, filleted, and comfortable. It is fantastic. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a full grip. It is a tactical rail. You can hold on to it, and it actually does feel pretty nice. This blaster does not have a stock attachment point or a barrel attachment point. This might look like a barrel attachment point. It is not. It does have 5 tactical rails. One up here on top of the carry handle, one up here on the front, one down here, one here on the side, and then there was supposed to be one up here. I'm pretty sure it broke off here because I got this drifted, and yeah, but it still functions. It's a lot of tactics, so if you want to put your scopes, optics, flashlights, floaters, whatever you want, you totally can. This blaster has an adjustable stock. Yeah, I can just pull it out like that, but I also have this little button, so push that, collapse or extend the stock, and it doesn't have any extra positions except for the extended position. But you put your cheek on this little rest here, and it's actually really comfortable. It feels nice. This is kind of a short stock, but that is where you get to extend it. And it is not really the best, but it still does get the job done. It has a nice little sight picture. You have a nice little front sight. You can flip up and flip down. You have this back portion here, which actually spawns with the foot, and it is awesome. This is like the rifle of the Elite line. It's like the ultimate rifle of all time. How is the design of the Nerf Elite Rapidstrike? Right off the bat, I gotta say, this is one of the coolest looking blasters I have ever got my hands on. It looks absolutely awesome shape-wise and design-wise. It looks like a rifle or an SMG or some kind of mobile thing that you can just it looks absolutely phenomenal. You got the Nerf logo painted on both sides. You have Rapidstrike CS18 on this side, not really painted on this side, but I will give them a pass for that. And I just feel like I'm repeating the same thing as I said with the Centurion review. You have the N-Strike logo painted on both sides. Even with the XD version, you have the same old white striping like the other Elite blasters, so if you want the white striping, get the XD version. How is the smoothness of operation? Well, you have a magazine release. This mag release is outside the trigger guard and is in the perfect spot. How is the insertion and release? Very nice. Now, it doesn't really like gravity drops. You can kind of do it, but it just feels phenomenal. It is the perfect amount of retention. This feels absolutely amazing. How is the rev trigger? Very nice. it's a very nice metal spring. It feels really good, very comfortable. Now, not nearly as clicky as the stripes, but it is still really nice. And the firing trigger is very immaculate. It is also very nice and smooth. It is fully automatic. It's electronically controlled trigger. It's not semi-auto, but it still feels very nice to pull in. And it's a metal springs are better, Hasbro. You do have a sliding jam door up top here, so if you need to clear out jams and malfunctions, you totally can. And you do have this nice little carry handle. I don't really use it, but I do like it. These are my two favorite blasters to look at. And here is a size comparison minus the extended stock. It is a bit smaller when you extend the stock. They're about the same width plus the barrel on this, and they are practically the same size. They're like literally, this resembles the Rapidstrike. I really wish this blaster delivered the hype. It is my personal favorite Mega Blaster next to the Twin Shock. Oh, why this trigger gotta have a plastic spring? I bet it was so buttery, nice and smooth and went at the toy fair. And you do have a sling point down here at the grip and up here, so if you want to put any sling, you totally can. How does the Nerf Elite Rapidstrike work? Well, simple. Take your magazine, load up to 18 darts or how many you want to, put it in, hold down the rev trigger to rev up the motors, and you can fire. It does not have a selector switch, or you can just slightly pull the trigger or control your trigger to how many darts you want to fire. Single shots, 3-round burst, or just how many. And the trigger response is pretty good actually. Check this out. That is everything the Nerf Elite Rapidstrike has to offer, so let's go out to the range and see how good this thing can do. Alrighty everybody, welcome back to the range. So we are out here with the Nerf Elite Rapidstrike CS18. I have the included clear 18-round magazine. We're just going to be doing Adventure Force Waffles. We're going to be doing 9 shots flat, 9 shots angled, and then we are going to be doing a full auto mag dump. Now, these batteries are definitely not fresh whatsoever. I'm going to have to get some new ones. But the rate of fire is really good with fresh C batteries, at least in this version of the Rapidstrike that came out in 2013. It's almost as fast as the Nerf Elite 2.0 Turbine, maybe a little bit slower. The XD version, it's kind of lethargic, kind of slow with fresh batteries. Yeah, let's just see what this thing can do. Flat shots. Angled shots. And now for a full auto mag dump. That is a very slow lethargic rate of fire, but then again, my batteries are very low. Overall, what do I think of the Nerf Elite Rapidstrike CS18? Even after over a decade later, this is still one of the greatest blasters in the entire hobby. Even if you have the slow rate of fire, you will be conserving ammo a lot more, and it's just very fun. It's definitely not going to break the game or anything. It definitely doesn't hit the hardest, but it has the looks, it has the style, the appearance, the build quality is absolutely amazing. You have to go mayhem on a Rapidstrike to break this thing. It is rock solid. I don't really think it's necessarily better than the Strife, because the Strife, it's just the GOAT. You can do anything with the Strife, and just stock the full auto is definitely not the greatest. And with the Strife, you can actually control how fast you can fire due to its semi-auto. But the Rapidstrike is definitely, for competitive nerfers, I would recommend this if you were to mod it. Stock, I would say for plinkers and target shooters, it definitely benefits that specific audience. I just pretty much recommend the Rapidstrike to anybody, except if you don't really like magazines and you want to deal with drums or something else. Nerf today, you'll know that they will probably never come close to something as good as this ever again. That is my review of the Nerf Elite Rapidstrike CS18. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one. And as always, peace out.